Look around you. Seriously, just for a second. We're all surrounded by things we use every single day and we never really think about them. But behind every one of those things, there's this incredible hidden journey. Today, we're going to pull back that curtain. We're diving into the secret world of logistics.
Okay, let's make this real. Think about the headphones you might have on right now, or, I don't know, the coffee cup on your desk. How did that thing get from an idea to a factory somewhere all the way into your hands? Well, the answer is this complex, totally fascinating dance of planning, production, and delivery.
Whoa. Okay, so this diagram might look a little complicated, but don't worry. Think of it as the map for a product's entire life story, from raw materials all the way to you. We're not going to get lost in the weeds, I promise. We're just going to follow this basic path, planning, production, and delivery, to uncover all the secrets.
So, our product's journey actually starts long before a single thing is made. It all begins right here, in the planning phase. This is where the entire operation gets drawn up, like a master blueprint.
The very first step is basically trying to predict the future. It's called demand forecasting. Before a company even thinks about making something, they have to ask, how many of these are people actually going to buy? Because if you guess too high, you're stuck with warehouses full of stuff nobody wants. But guess too low, and you've got empty shelves and missed sales. Getting this right is absolutely crucial.
Right, so once you have a number in mind, you've got to figure out where and how you're going to make the product. This is site selection. Do you build your factory close to your raw materials? Or maybe it's better to be closer to your customers. How big does the warehouse need to be? These aren't small decisions. We're talking about huge, multi-million-dollar choices that set the stage for everything that follows.
And the final piece of this whole planning puzzle is procurement. Just think of it as the ultimate shopping trip. This is where the company goes out and gets all the parts, all the raw materials, all the services they need to actually build the thing. And with that, the blueprint is complete.
Okay, with that blueprint locked in, we can finally move from the drawing board to the factory floor. This is the production phase, where our product is actually brought to life.
Now here's something really cool that you might not think about. Logistics doesn't just happen on trucks and ships out on the open road. It's happening inside the factory too. Materials handling is like this mini transportation system, moving parts from one workstation to the next, making sure that assembly line never ever stops.
So, the product is built. What happens next? It gets packaged, and a box is never ever just a box. It's got two really important jobs. Its logistics job is to protect the product on that long, bumpy journey, but its marketing job, that's to catch your eye on a super crowded shelf. It's both a bodyguard and a salesperson.
After it's all boxed up, our product doesn't go straight to a store. Nope, it goes to a warehouse. This is its temporary home, sort of a holding area. And great warehouse management means knowing exactly where every single item is, so when an order comes in, it can be found, picked, and shipped out in just minutes.
And this leads to one of the biggest challenges in logistics: inventory management. It is a constant, high-stakes balancing act. See, you need enough product on hand to meet demand, but having too much just ties up cash and takes up space. The goal is to hit that perfect sweet spot, having exactly what you need right when you need it.
All right, our product has been planned, it's been built, it's been stored. Now it's time for the best part. The final journey from that warehouse shelf right into your hands. This is the delivery phase.
The second you click that buy button online, you trigger this incredible rapid-fire chain of events. An order pops up, your payment gets verified, a message zings over to the warehouse, shipping documents get created, and bam, just like that, your package is on its way. It's this whole flurry of information that makes the physical movement possible.
All that digital paperwork is what sets the physical journey in motion. We're talking trucks, trains, ships, planes. This is the transport system that closes that final gap between the warehouse and you. You could even say it's the circulation system of the entire global economy.
But what happens if you get it and you need to return it? The journey doesn't always end at your doorstep. That's where something called reverse logistics comes in. It's the whole process of managing returns, doing repairs, handling recycling. Basically, it's the product's journey in reverse, making sure everything is handled responsibly.
And tying this entire delivery phase together, it's customer service. It's the human element, right? The tracking updates, the helpful person on the phone. That communication is what keeps you in the loop and makes sure you're happy. It really is the glue that holds the whole experience together.
So, we've seen the journey. It's pretty complex. But how do companies make this incredibly complicated system run smoothly and, affordably?
Well, that's where the science comes in. This is the master plan that works behind the scenes to optimize every single step.
I love this quote. Sub-optimization is the name of the devil. So what does that mean? It means you can't just try to make one single part of the journey cheaper, like, say, warehousing. You have to look at the total cost of the entire system. Because sometimes spending a little more on faster transport can save you a fortune in warehousing costs. It's all about optimizing the whole shebang. And how do they figure that out? They use this formal process. It's almost like the scientific method called systems analysis. They find a problem, they model the system, they brainstorm different solutions, they evaluate them, and then they pick the best one and put it into action. And it never stops. It's a continuous cycle of improvement.
And to make all these big decisions, logistics experts have this incredible toolkit called Operations Research. It is full of powerful mathematical techniques. For example, they use something called queuing theory, which is literally the science of waiting in line, to perfectly manage the flow of trucks at a busy loading dock so nobody's wasting time. How cool is that?
Okay, we've seen the journey and we've peeked at the science behind it. But why? Why go through all this trouble? Let's connect all this back to the real bottom line, which is all about creating value. Now, the word value can mean different things to different people. For some of you, value is just getting the lowest possible price. For others, it's about getting exactly the features you want, or maybe the best quality for what you pay. A really great logistics system is what allows a company to deliver on any or all of those promises.
When you boil it all down, logistics creates value in two really fundamental ways. It creates place utility by getting a product to the place where you need it, and it creates time utility by making sure it's there when you need it. The right product in the right place at the right time. That right there is the essence of logistics.
So, the next time you pick up any object, your phone, your keys, anything, just take a second and think about its secret journey. Because now you know the map. The only question left is what other invisible journeys can you start to see happening all around you?